guys, welcome to another Ned's Tool Talk video. No tool reviews today, but we're gonna be talking about this thing. So this is pull-out waste bin, Practa brand in particular. You can purchase this one from Bunnings. It's gonna cost you $97.95, so just about $100. And this is the model with 2 times 15 liter pull-out waste bin, of course in white. There's a couple of different sizes of these. You can get with one 15 liter bin, two 15 liter bins, which is this one. You can get it with 1 and 2 20 liter bins, which requires more space on the cabinet that I don't have, so that's why I went with this version. It says here suits minimum 400 ml base cabinet, 2 15 liter plastic bins to separate garbage, removable, easy to clean plastic bins, easy base mount installation, maximum 15 kilo capacity to separate garbage, which is pretty good because right here in Melbourne you've got 3 bins. You've got your waste, you've got your which is a green bin, and then you've got a yellow bin, which is recycling, and then you've got like a light green bin, kind of like this color, for the grass, soil and stuff from the garden, like green waste. And it's quite handy to have 2 bins in a kitchen so you can separate your recycling and your waste. Now the size of this is 480 millimeters depth. That's how deep it's gonna go back in a cabinet. 360 millimeters width and 330 millimeters height. This is one of the more compact ones in height, because not just for me, for majority of you guys, the big deciding factor is gonna be the height as well, because you'll probably have that middle shelf under the sink, and that's gonna tell you where you're gonna do it. Me in particular, I'll have to move the shelf up about 20 millimeters to be able to clear this, which is not a problem. So without further ado, I'm gonna start setting up everything, and then I'm gonna bring you guys along to show you the installation process and how to do it. It's quite simple, but might as well give you guys a bit of a DIY instruction. Alright guys, so right here is the space where the bins are gonna be mounted. You gotta keep in mind you can't go all the way to the end, because then your bins will not clear, and you gotta be mindful of how far to go out, because there's a bit of a lip on top of the bin, which I'm gonna show you. Now also the situation I have that I mentioned is this shelf is at 310 millimeters, just a little bit over, and I need it to be at around 330 millimeters. But let me just grab this. If you can see, there's more holes there, so it's sitting on a bottom hole right there on the pin. There's another 2 on top, and right here I do have clearance. I'll push this pipe at the back there. I do have clearance, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise the shelf on a middle level here, and hopefully that's gonna allow me to mount the bin assembly right in there. If it doesn't, then I'm in trouble. So this is the situation in my case. Right here, so on this side it's raised on the middle ones, on this side it's not, but it's not gonna clear the waste from the sink. So what I'll have to do is I'm gonna mark it out all the way to the end. I'm gonna take the board out and I'll cut it with a jigsaw. I'll cut this piece out here because it's already quite an ugly cut, not done by me, but we'll make a bit of a nicer cut at the back there so it can clear. Alright, so what happened is made a bigger hole there, fixed up the existing one tiny bit, so now we are on a second level all around. So once that is done, you want to put your bins right in there. You want to test out the clearance. After you've determined that they will fit in there, it's all fine, your next step is take either a tape measure or one of these steel rulers and measure from the frame to the edge. So measure and make sure it's nice and even on both sides, and make sure that that gap there is level, and make sure that your door can close and clear the bin itself. So after you've measured all that, get a pen, pull a line like that right in there. So pull a line there, and then you wanna maybe pull one line across there, so you know you've got your 90-degree corner, you know exactly where this thing needs to sit. After you've got all those lines, you can take the bins out, remove the bins out of the frame, put the frame back in, line it up nicely, screw it in, and you can replace the bins back in. So I've just taken the bins out of the rails. It's straightforward, relatively simple thing. Now, what you're gonna end up is this. Now, ideally, this cover, you wouldn't put it on until you install it, but because I'm working in this confined space here, and I don't really have space or room to put the cover afterwards, so I'm just gonna put it back in there right now, and I'm gonna slide the whole assembly inside with the cover, line it up to my pre-existing lines, drawings, and after you've set this up nicely in there, sitting on the lines, sitting nice and level. On this particular one, there's a hole right there, another hole right there, oops, another hole there, and another hole in there. You want to pre-drill with a small drill bit, 2.5, 3mm one. Just pre-drill the holes a little bit, and then you can put some screws in there, and after that you'll be very close to finishing. Just be careful so you guys don't, so you don't move it. What I'll do is, right after drilling the first hole, and these are the screws you're gonna get with it, not many, but it is what it is. I guess not many are needed. I'm just gonna put a first screw in there so it doesn't move much on me, and then I'm gonna go for the next one. And just remember, don't drill these holes all the way through, because there really isn't a need. You're just drilling a nice pilot hole so it goes much easier in. I'm drilling them literally 5-6 milli. I like using this thing without the extensions, it just makes it so nice and compact. But also sometimes the wood likes to keep the bits, but that's on me, I guess. Okay, and one more. And that right now is screwed in. It's a little bit flimsy like that, but after the bins come in, it'll be much more sturdy. So the cover is on. Let's put the bit that slides in and out. Beautiful. And the bin, I can't put the second bin because of this thing. I have to move this, which is another thing. After the installation is finished, guys, this is what your final product should look like. In ideal scenario, you wouldn't have this board here, so you can grab to open the bins from the top, but there's enough grab from the bottom as well for you to open up. So that's what it looks like. You can close one bit and have the second open to empty the bins, You just take them out one by one like that. Put them back in. Of course, you're gonna use some rubbish bags as well. And that's that. For me, the only thing left to do is to vacuum up my mess and to cover up these holes from this shelf on the door. That's it, guys.